And a good afternoon to you on a warm, almost hot Friday afternoon here at Saddleback College, Saddleback Stadium on the campus of Saddleback College in Mission Viejo, where the kickoff time temperature for today's Orange Empire Conference women's soccer game between visiting Cypress and host Saddleback is near 90 degrees, even warmer than that down on the artificial surface of the pitch here at Saddleback Stadium. But regardless of the weather, we're expecting quite a matchup here between the two top teams in the Orange Empire Conference. These two teams played to a 2-2 draw in the opening game of conference play back on September 26th at Cypress. Cypress rallied from a 2-0 deficit, getting goals in the 68th and 74th minute. Abigail Morales and Itzel Ramirez ended up tying it up for the Chargers. A surprise to some folks, as Saddleback is the defending national champion in junior college level 3 in the United Soccer Coaches Association polls from last season, and currently ranked number 1 in that same poll and number 1 in California as well. Since that time, Saddleback has gone on a 6-0 run, 6 wins, no defeats, outscoring opponents by a large amount over that time, 29-1, as a matter of fact. Cypress lost to Santiago Canyon 1-0 on October 3rd, but has rallied in their last 4 games to outscore opponents 24-0. So they have gotten their act together as well. They come in at 5-1-1, technically in third place because Santiago Canyon has the identical record and holds the game advantage head-to-head versus Cypress. Saddleback undefeated overall, 12-0-1 and 6-0-1 in conference, with that tie coming against Cypress, who is 10-2-2 overall. The Chargers are 6-0-1 on road games. This is only the 4th home game for Saddleback on the season. This is the first of 4 consecutive, however, for the Bobcats. So they're looking to get things off to a good start on this homestand, as it were, against Cypress today in a huge game in the Orange Empire Conference, featuring the top 2 goal scorers in the conference. For Saddleback, the leading goal scorer in the conference, Chloe Green, with 20 goals, and for Cypress, Abigail Morales, who has 13 goals, including 5 in the 9-0 victory over Irvine Valley just on Tuesday. So we are just about ready for action here. I will get you the starting lineups once we get underway. Checking our officials for today. Our referee is Estrada, and on the outside we have Schlesinger and Sofirez. We are underway at Saddleback College. I am Mark Spen. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saddleback College Department of Cinema, Television, and Radio live stream. Matt Brodet, our chief engineer, Skip Rocks, our cameraman. So with the ball right now, that's Sofia Lopez in goal. Has started each game for Cypress this year, has 6 shutouts on the season. For Saddleback, Dublin Sinnott is in goal. And when we get to a throw-in or a goal kick, I'll go through the starting lineups for both teams. Saddleback in their home, Cardinal and Gold, going left to right. The Chargers in the visiting white, going right to left. Saddleback with early offensive push as we're just into the 2nd minute. Foul there on the Chargers. Let's run through the starting lineups for the visiting Chargers. As we mentioned, Sofia Lopez in goal. Jennifer Arteaga, midfielder. Itzel Ramirez, forward midfielder. Celine Gehrig, midfielder. Caricia Regoza, a forward for the Chargers. Abigail Morales, as we mentioned, forward, number 13. Trinity Willis, defender. Samantha Armenta at midfield. Megan Alcantara, she leads the team in assists with 12. Janae Kaiser on defense, and Jasmine Martinez, a forward midfielder for Cypress, looking to take sole possession of second place, depending on what happens with Santiago Canyon today, but trying to stay in the race for the conference championship with unbeaten Saddleback. Alyssa Sims sends it down the field for the Bobcats. We're likely to have hydration break during both halves because of the temperature down on the field. If you're not familiar with community college soccer, we have a countdown clock. Instead of going from 0 up to 45 and then from 45 to 90 in the second half, both halves start at 45 minutes on the clock and count down. The clock stops at 2 minutes on the scoreboard. The last 2 minutes of each half, plus any stoppage time, that time is kept down on the field by our referee Estrada. We may not know how much stoppage time is added. They don't have a digital signboard, as you might be familiar with if you watch any Premier League football. But we'll do our best to give you a guesstimate. Right now, though, we're just in the third minute. 0-0. Cypress trying to get something going on the attack down the right-hand side. That was Jasmine Martinez. Saddleback turns that away, clears it out of the penalty area, trying to get a push going up the right-hand sideline. Saddleback coached by B.J. McNichol, head coach of the women's program since 2012. As I mentioned, took the Bobcats to the Junior College Level 3 National Championship in the United Soccer Association poll last season. Looking to go back-to-back. Coach McNichol, also the head coach of the brand new Saddleback men's program, which just started this fall 2023, doing double duty as head coach. He is here on the sideline today for the Bobcats. Eric Hurtarte in his 6th season for Cypress, the head coach. Headed out of bounds. For the Bobcats, as we mentioned, Dublin Sinnott, it's her 11th start. Coach McNichol rotates goalkeepers frequently. Dublin is the most regular of the keepers. She's got 3 shutouts, 9-0 record, 0.59 goals against average. Freshman out of Capo Valley High School. Emma Radzai, midfielder. Alexa Livingstone, midfielder. Chloe Green, number 9, the leading scorer in the conference and one of the top scorers in the state with those 20 goals. She's a sophomore out of Esperanza High School in Anaheim. Alexis Wright, midfielder. Chloe Campagne, Alyssa Sims, the captain of that defense back there, out in front of Sinnott. Maisie Kasberg, who had a goal the other day. Emery Simus, midfielder. Summer Hackett, defense. And Sophia Drake, a defender. And I will call names and numbers as we go here, as I get the binoculars tuned in from high above the western sideline here at Saddleback Stadium, which I call College Drive East in the tradition of English professional football, where they frequently name the stadiums after the location of where they're located. Saddleback Stadium, this beautiful 3-year-old facility, located on College Drive East on the campus of Saddleback College. Free kick here for the Chargers. Tried to send it into the box. It's knocked away. Tried to get it to Ramirez. And there's Alexa Livingstone, number 7, moving up for Saddleback. Good lead pass to Chloe Campagne. Campagne gets around a defender who comes back and makes a nice play to turn that around. That was Janae Kaiser. Stopping Campagne's run. Bobcats on the throw-in. 0-0. No score here in the first. We're in the 7th minute. Foul on the Bobcats in the Chargers penalty area. Free kick away for Cypress. As we mentioned, that first game between the two, this is the start of the second round of conference play. They opened conference play against each other back on September 26th with that 2-2 draw at Cypress when Saddleback was up 2-0 through the 66th minute before late goals by Morales and Ramirez got Cypress the draw to start conference play. Cypress did lose 2 games later to Santiago Canyon 1-0, but as I mentioned, in their last 4 games, they have outscored their opponents 24-0, including that 9-0 drubbing of Irvine Valley on Tuesday, in which Morales had 5 goals. She is the leading scorer for the Chargers. Itzel Ramirez has 9 goals, and Megan Alcantara, who I mentioned has 12 assists, also has 6 goals. Amber Melky, 5 goals for the Chargers. So they have people who can put the ball in the back of the net, as does Saddleback. It's not all about Chloe Green. They've got players who have scored throughout the season consistently. Alexis Wright among the goal leaders with 5. Maisie Kasberg has 4. Angelina Nieto with 4. But their offense primarily starts with Chloe Green, and when she's got 20 goals, why not? Summer Hackett, number 23, trying to get down to the end line. Another throw in for the Bobcats. Alyssa Sims will come up from her defensive position, number 15, for the long throw-in. Again, as I mentioned, the temperature here was 88 degrees air temperature, and down on the artificial surface on the pitch, probably well over 100. So we will expect some hydration breaks. Long throw-in goes harmlessly over the end line. Goal kick for the Chargers. Also, if you're not familiar with community college soccer, unlimited free substitution with re-entry, so you will see people shuttling in and out on both sides, especially on a hot day like this. I imagine there'll be frequent substitutions to keep fresh legs out on the pitch, as this is a huge game for both teams. Saddleback on top of the standings in the Orange Empire Conference, 6-0-1, that one tie coming against Cypress. Cypress 5-1-1, their loss coming to Santiago Canyon, who Saddleback beat 6-1 on Tuesday at Santiago Canyon. And the one tie, of course, coming against Saddleback back on September 26th. And you are up to date on what has gone on in Orange Empire Conference soccer. And now we're just going to watch this good one play out. Here comes Cypress down the right-hand side. Martinez, number 33, shifts it over into the corner. Tried to get it into Ramirez, number 10. Campagne trying to get Chloe Green, number 9, a touch over there on the right-hand sideline. Knocked away into touch. Throw in here, Summer Hackett. And a little kickball out of bounds there. Nobody could get possession of it. The Bobcats will have another throw in. Summer Hackett will say, let's try it again from about the same spot along the right-hand sideline on the near side in front of the Saddleback bench. Nice move there by Campagne. Tried to center it, cleared away by the Chargers. Alyssa Sims will keep it in the Chargers' end. Another long centering attempt, trying to get to Chloe Green, who does, around the arc, the top of the penalty area. That's where you'll find Chloe Green. And the Bobcats will do their best to get their offense to revolve around getting the ball into Chloe Green in that area. Headed away nicely there. Celine Gehrig, number 11, knocked it out of harm's way. Went to the far side of the pitch. Maisie Kasberg tried to get a tough angle shot off over the end line goal kick. For the Chargers, they play it short. Good pressure up front from Saddleback, keeping the action in front of them in the Cypress end right now. But now the Chargers break down the right-hand sideline. Tried to get something going on a run down the middle, but it goes harmlessly into Dublin Senate. Trying to get it to Morales, number 13. Martinez feeds it to down the right-hand sideline. Centering pass. I apologize if I'm a little slow getting you the names. The Cypress jerseys do not have numbers on the front, and it's tough to spot them until they get their backs towards us a little bit. But I'll figure them out as we go. No score, 0-0. We're in the 14th minute. Countdown clock coming up to 31. Livingstone, nice challenge at midfield, but Cypress comes away with it. They've got a little bit of move down the left-hand side. That's Morales, nicely challenged by Summer Hackett. Morales tried to get a left foot on it over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Good job by Summer Hackett defensively on the second leading scorer in the Orange Empire Conference. Morales with those 13 goals, including 5 on Tuesday against Irvine Valley. Abigail's a sophomore out of Warren High School in Downey. Centered up the right-hand side. Fight for the ball there. It's going to be a throw-in for the Bobcats. Megan Alcantara tried a nice little give and go with Chrissy Regoza. Comes back to Regoza. She tries to get it over the left-hand side. Morales turns and tried to fire it into the penalty area. It's knocked away by the Bobcats. So nothing really happening. Shots, offensive output, just really not much at this point. 15 minutes in. Here come the Bobcats down the right-hand side. Maisie Kasberg. Looked like a foul there in the middle of the field. Yeah, Chloe Green was fouled well above the top of the penalty area, so it'll be a free kick for the Bobcats. Both teams with one shot officially, but neither of those shots could be called actual opportunities. Emery Simas tried to get it over to the far left side of the penalty area, but it goes into touch. Once again, a goal kick for Cypress, and Sophia Lopez will put the ball into play for the Chargers. She's going to let her teammate do the honors. Celine Gehrig, the midfielder, gets it to midfield, comes back into the Chargers' end, but they quickly get it back across into the Saddleback territory. Martinez. They get it to Morales in the middle, nicely marked there by Alyssa Sims. who deflects that Morales pass out of bounds. Throw in for the Chargers. 0-0 here at Saddleback College. College Drive East, the beautiful Saddleback Stadium. 3-year-old facility. Very, very warm. A picture-perfect day in Mission Viejo, just a little bit on the warm side for October 20th. But after all that June gloom we had for like 8 months, I'm not going to complain too much. Of course, I'm sitting in an air-conditioned broadcast booth, not down there on the pitch where it's undoubtedly over 100 degrees. That artificial surface will get warm. I think the Bobcats avoided giving a corner, or is it going to be a corner kick for first one of the game for the Chargers? Emery Simus was over there to knock it away, and we'll see if it's a throw. I believe it's going to be a throw. Yeah. From the right-hand side, nicely lofted pass into the box. Chargers have a chance here. Multiple players around it, but Saddleback clears it out of the penalty area. And going to regroup. Chloe Campagne knocks it out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in from right about the top of the box for the Chargers. Janae Kaiser. Morales sends one towards Sennett. No harm there. Dublin corrals that. And with 26 minutes and change to go here in the first half on the countdown clock, we're still at 0-0. No real offensive opportunities either way, and both coaches expected this to be another physical, grinding kind of game, just like the first one at Cypress on September 26th was. And that was the 2-2 draw, the only blemish on Saddleback's record. 12-0-1. Cypress owning that one tie with the Bobcats. Nice little give and go. Kasberg. But Cypress extends their defense and prevents the Bobcats from getting any forward momentum. Summer Hackett does a nice job keeping it in. Chloe Green tried to run it down along the right sideline. Into touch. It will be a Cypress throw-in. Not a lot of quality offensive opportunities, but good quality play by both teams so far. Good ball control, not a lot of errant passing. These are just two good teams. Saddleback, as I mentioned, ranked number 1 in the nation in the United Soccer Coaches Junior College Level 3, number 1 in California, of course. Cypress is number 6 in California. Not sure of Cypress ranking in the U.S. Coaches poll, but they are number 6 in the 3C2A, California Community College Athletic Association poll. So these are two strong teams, both of which will get, if things go as expected, high seedings for the Southern Regional Playoffs, which will begin in November. Throw in here for the Chargers. Sophia Drake, number 30 for Saddleback, defending there. Megan Alcantara, number 23, picks up a foul there. So Bobcats will kick it away from deep in their own end as we near the halfway point here of the first half, and it's 0-0. And for teams that were scoring goals in bunches the last few weeks, defense has been the story thus far. There's a nice run, but again cut off. Maisie Kasberg into the left-hand corner, still fighting it. Does a nice job getting around the defender, but Cypress is there to clear it. Bobcats will have a throw-in from the far side. And we've got a hydration break as expected because of the temperature. We're at just about the halfway point. Clock stops for the hydration break at 22:48. So just about halfway through the first half. 0-0. Again, thank you for joining us. These live streams are produced by the Saddleback College Department of Cinema, Television, and Radio in conjunction with Saddleback College Athletics. A lot of people work hard to bring these to you. Hope you're enjoying this wherever you may be. And if you were here, you'd want your sunscreen today because it is a warm one. Very little wind, just hot. As I mentioned, 88 degrees, Mission Viejo temperature at 3 p.m. when we kicked off. Not going to get a lot lower than that between now and about 5 p.m. Maybe low 80s towards the very end of the game. So with the artificial surface, the direct sunlight, if you're looking at the field from the camera view on your left end, that is the north end. The right end is the south end. So there is shade on the Saddleback sideline in terms of the bleachers and the press box side where we are, the western sideline. The eastern sideline where Cypress is will be in full sunlight for the entire game. Saddleback's bench will also be in direct sunlight until about early in the second half when the shadows from behind the stadium to our west will start to creep onto the field on the western edge. But right now it's all sunshine and hot, and there's our hydration break is complete. Throw in for the Bobcats over in front of the Cypress bench. Abby Grabowski, number 2, tried to chase that down in the corner. Battle for the ball at midfield. A little bit, not enough oomph on that pass. Cypress got in front of it, but Saddleback gets it right back. Chloe Green trying to get a touch again. She's had 3 white shirts around her. Here's Abigail Morales. Tried to feed it over there to Alcantara. Just a little bit out in front of Megan. Casberg on the throw in. Sophia Drake tried to turn that back upfield, but loses it into touch, so it'll be a throw in for the Chargers. Still 0-0. I am Mark Spen. Thank you for joining us here. This big game in the Orange Empire Conference. 2 of the top teams in the Southern California area of the California Community College Athletic Association. Number 1, Saddleback. Number 6, Cypress. Played to a 2-2 draw on September 26th. We begin the second round of conference play here at College Drive East, Saddleback Stadium. And right now, neither team can find the back of the net, let alone even a decent shot. Good defensive effort by both teams as we're under 21 minutes in the first half on the countdown clock. 25th minute for you purists out there. Cypress working the right sideline, taken away by the Bobcats. Grabowski was on the wrong side of her at midfield. Chargers send it back into the Saddleback end. And it looks like a foul on the Bobcats and a free kick going to be set up for the Chargers. And this could be the first real opportunity for Cypress down in the Saddleback end. I see Christina Santoyo, number 20, has come on for Saddleback as well. As I mentioned, it is free substitution. Looks like Celine Garrick, number 11 here, is going to take the free kick. Sophomore out of Redondo Union High School. She lofts one. Good run off the line. Sennett's got to come out and get that, and it just goes wide. Did the flag stay down? I don't know if that was going to go or not. I think they were going to call that offside. Dublin Sennett was in a race to try and get that on a beautifully lofted pass by Brianna Cortez by Gehrig. Cortez, number 7, came off the right end. It rolled to the outside of the far post after Sennett tried to get there first, but Cortez, I think, got enough of a boot on it to put it towards the goal, but I think the flag had come up and it was going to be an offside. And it was offside, yes, just confirmed. So I was trying to identify the number. I couldn't see the far side of the field with the linesman. Here comes Alcantara, number 23. Good aggressive move, but challenged nicely there by Alexis Wright. Saddleback trying to move up the right-hand side of the field. Kasperg's got it. Comes away with it. Gets a nice pass to Grabowski. Down the right-hand side, Chloe Green can't get there. Celine Gehrig knocked it out of bounds. Throw in for the Bobcats. And everywhere Chloe Green goes, there are 3 Cypress players in close vicinity. As I mentioned, the 2 top goal scorers in the conference, Chloe Green with 20 for Saddleback, Abigail Morales with 13 for Cypress, including 5 in the 9-0 victory over Irvine Valley just this past Tuesday. That's a big game, 5 goals. Saddleback will have another throw in, and Alyssa Sims will take this one. Can kind of almost set this one up like a corner kick. Alyssa getting her teammates set up in the 6-yard box area. Nice lofted pass in. Chloe Green was kind of doing almost like a basketball post-up there and managed to get a forehead on it, but could not direct it towards the net or to a teammate for a shot, and it goes into touch for another goal kick. 0-0 as we're at the 17-minute mark on the countdown clock. Going into the 29th minute. No score here at Saddleback Stadium, College Drive East. Home of the Bobcats, the unbeaten Bobcats, but this is the one team that has tied them this year, Cypress. Brianna Cortez along the sideline right in front of the Cypress bench. Quick throw in there. Grabowski sends it to the right. Kasperg tries to come over and chase it down. Good defensive play by Janae Kaiser, number 25 on Cypress right there to prevent that opportunity because there was an opening on that far side of the field. Good idea, but better execution defensively. Nothing doing. Alexis Wright on the throw-in. A little bit of a sloppy pass from Cypress. Emery Simus. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Maisie Kasperg was coming back towards midfield, and the pass was going towards the corner. Have a throw-in for the Chargers. Isabel Whitaker comes on for Saddleback. Freshman out of Newport Harbor. As I mentioned, free substitution with re-entry in community college soccer. And on a day like this, with the heat and the temperature down on that synthetic pitch, likely to see a lot of players see action, even with hydration breaks like we just had a few moments ago. Long throw in there by Cypress. Looks like that went off of Sophia Drake. It'll be another throw in further up the field for the Chargers right in front of the Saddleback bench. Referee Estrada holds things up while another substitution is going to come. Itzel Ramirez is going to get a break. And as I mentioned, folks, Cypress does not have numbers on the front of their jersey, so I can't see who's in there until they turn around, or I can get the numbers from the back of their jerseys. That would be any play-by-play announcer's kind of a nightmare scenario when a team doesn't have numbers on both sides of the jerseys. We need to be able to see what number they are. Whitaker, Christina Santoyo, who is an excellent ball handler, shows some of that skill and puts a nice pass down the left-hand side. Alexis Wright, it's deflected. Here's Sophia Drake coming up from the defender spot. She sends it in the corner to Grabowski, who had a nice goal in the game the other day. Headed there, nicely diving stop by Sofia Lopez. Chloe Green got her first real opportunity there on a beautiful cross from Abby Grabowski. Kind of a knuckleball off of her head that just almost fooled Sofia Lopez, but Lopez is an outstanding goalkeeper. And initially looked like she leaned a little to her right because Chloe Green was on that side of the 6-yard box and then headed it towards the near post. And Sophia recovered and made the diving stop on the bounce to keep Chloe Green and Saddleback from getting on the board here. As we're under 13 minutes to go in the first half, it remains 0-0. Beautiful cross from Abby Grabowski. Chloe Green got the position that she's so good at getting and just couldn't quite get enough on that to get it past Lopez, who made an outstanding save. First real shot on goal by Saddleback. Good passing at midfield by the Chargers. Melanie Hernandez in the game, number 18. They tried to get it. A long pass up the field to Amber Melke, one of their leading scorers, who's in the game now as well. Amber didn't start today, but she scored multiple goals for the Chargers this season. Amber's got 5 goals so far in the season. Another goal kick for the Chargers, being handled by Gehrig, I believe. And Gehrig will send it into the Saddleback end. Good pressure defensively by Saddleback at midfield. Alexis Wright will throw it in. Cypress comes away with that errant pass. Hernandez gets it from Milky. Milky loses. Nice job by Sophia Drake defensively. Poke that one away. And Saddleback will try and get it up the field. Chloe Green battling for it. Christina Santoyo is going to try and take it. Good pressure again by Janae Kaiser, number 25 for Cypress. Bobcats will retreat a little bit. Morales tried to get it on a little give and go up the right-hand side. Now there's some room down the right-hand side for Saddleback. See what Isabel Whitaker will do with that. Chloe Green hustling to the corner. Good job defensively by Cypress. Samantha Armenta. Samantha made a nice angled run. The sophomore out of Fountain Valley High School. Good solid play to keep the leading scorer in the Orange Empire Conference from turning the corner and getting an angle. Alyssa Sims with the long throw in. Under 10 to go here in the first half. 0-0. No score. And that one's headed away out of bounds. Emery Simus in the middle of the pack. Got the forehead on it. Harmlessly out of bounds. And Garrick will take the goal kick for the Chargers once again. Trying to get something going. Both teams trying to get something going. Only one real scoring opportunity, the header by Chloe Green and the diving save by Sofia Lopez. And that's about it in terms of really legitimate opportunities for either team in terms of putting one in the net. Nice long lead pass down the right-hand side. It's Alcantara, number 23. She gets it back to Hernandez. Hernandez tries to get it in. It's deflected around in the penalty area. And Alyssa Sims does what she so often does and smartly drills it downfield to end that threat. As we approach 8 minutes to go here in the first half. No score, visiting Cypress in the white. Saddleback in their home cardinal and gold. The only non-victory of the season for Saddleback, the 2-2 draw with Cypress on September 26th to open Orange Empire Conference play as we start the second round of conference play today. Saddleback wants revenge. Cypress wants a victory instead of a tie. No more draws. Bobcats will have a throw-in. The Chargers have a throw-in front of their own bench. Alcantara gets it into the corner. Flag goes up. We've got a foul on the Chargers. And Saddleback will kick it away as we approach 7 minutes to go in the first half with no score. Ashlyn Faubert in the corner, number 28 for Cypress, who's into the game. Made a nice move, but just couldn't quite get around. Sophia Drake in the far corner. Alyssa Sims will send that across midfield. Chloe Green trying to find some room there near midfield so that defensive line of Cypress has pushed Chloe Green. Summer Hackett, Cypress players thought she was out of bounds. The flag stayed down, but the Chargers took it away anyway. And now long shot by Alexis Wright will sail out of bounds. Alexis put a good foot into that one from about 40 yards out. The sophomore out of San Juan Capistrano. But it'll be another goal kick away. So officially right now, Saddleback with 5 shots, 1 on goal. That header by Chloe Green, brilliantly saved by Sofia Lopez. Cypress just with 1 shot, none on goal. Neither team has a corner kick thus far. 3 fouls on the Bobcats, 2 on the Chargers. Pretty cleanly played. Strong defensive battle here, 0-0 as we approach 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Sophia Drake sends it into the Cypress end. A little bit of a free ball there, cleared away by Gehrig for Cypress. Alcantara fighting with it at near midfield. Comes off to Maisie Kasberg. She's marked well there. Cypress wins the ball. Abigail Morales trying to get around on the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for the Chargers as Kasberg got back defensively to slow that run. Kasberg with it again on the far sideline. A little bit of back and forth in a tight space over there. And referee Estrada has got a foul on the Chargers, and Saddleback will kick it away. 4:20 to go here in the first half. 0-0. Saddleback. Sophia Drake. Try and get the ball moving into the Cypress end to see if they can find some space for Chloe Green, Santoyo, Alexis Wright. But Cypress is saying none of you are going to get anything thus far. Bobcats will have a throw in from the near sideline. Saddleback has had a little more possession time in the Cypress end, but there's no dominance either way. Throw it into the penalty area. Headed there nicely by Christina Santoyo, but not enough on it. Grabowski runs it down, sends it back out. Now it's an errant pass into the penalty area, and Cypress will clear it smartly. Emma Radzai, number 6, was challenging there, but Cypress got it through. That's Melanie Hernandez. Tries to find a teammate down the right-hand side. It'll go over the end line for a goal kick for the Bobcats. In about 45 seconds, we'll have the 2-minute stoppage of the scoreboard clock, at which time the final 2 minutes of regulation in the half, plus any added time, will be kept by referee Estrada down on the field. We'll do our best to try and give you an idea, but they do not display that anywhere in terms of the added time, so it's all kind of guesswork. Set your timer when the clock stops at 2, and then who knows after that. Shouldn't be a lot of stoppage time here in the first half. We haven't had any injuries, and the clock stopped for the hydration break anyway, so they don't add that on. And there we are. We're at the 2-minute mark here in the first half. So 2 minutes from now, we'll be into whatever stoppage time may be coming. If I saw referee Estrada's signal over there to BJ McNichol on the sideline, I thought him indicate 2 minutes of stoppage time would be added. So if that's correct, then we are at probably about 4 minutes left to go total here in the first half. But we'll just wait for referee Estrada's whistle as Christina Santoyo tries to get something going in the middle of the field. Looked for Chloe Green. Chloe was on the other side of the defender and couldn't get to that pass to the right center of the box. Samantha Armenta doing a nice job marking Chloe Green right there, keeping Green from the free run towards a pretty good pass from Santoyo. Saddleback have a throw in here on the far side of the field, as we're probably getting close to the end of the 2 minutes of regulation, so probably 2 minutes and some change with stoppage time, if I saw the signal from referee Estrada to the Saddleback bench correctly when he was setting his watch. There's a little bit of room for the Chargers. Ashlyn Forbear, number 28. Forbear couldn't get around that last line of Saddleback defense. And we're back at midfield with nobody in real scoring position anywhere on the pitch. Alyssa Sims and Drake will clear it out of there again. And now we'll keep an eye on referee Estrada. It'll be a throw-in for the Chargers. We'll see how much longer. This may be the last push for the first half for either team. We're at 0-0. Looking like we'll get to halftime here at College Drive East at that score. But Cypress is trying to get something going. They get it across midfield back into the Saddleback end, but there's a pass intercepted by Grabowski. She fights with it. The Chargers come out of it. They're along the right-hand sideline. Nice move there. Morales, and it'll be a foul on the Bobcats, so we will get at least one more free kick before the whistle sounds the end of the first half. Morales fouled. Gehrig to take the free kick. Saddleback sets a high line. They sent Brianna Cortez around the end. There's another run down the end. A shot on goal. First one. I think that was Fulbear who came out of it. But Dublin Sinnott was there to make the save. And that will do it for the first half. So that free kick was indeed the final push of the first half. And Cypress got their first real look at the goal. Could not convert. Sinnott was up to the task. So both teams get one quality opportunity. Both teams get no scores. So we're 0-0 at the half. We will be back after halftime with updated statistics and the second half. This is a good one, folks. At halftime, Cypress 0, Saddleback 0. I'm getting ready for the second half of today's Orange Empire Conference women's soccer matchup between visiting Cypress and the host Saddleback Bobcats. Big game in the Orange Empire Conference. Saddleback is ranked number 1 in the country in junior college level 3 by the United Soccer Coaches Association poll, and also number 1 in California. They are 12-0-1, but that one draw came with Cypress back on September 26th. 2-2. Cypress rallied for 2 goals in the final 20 minutes of the game after trailing 2-0. The Chargers are 10-2-2, 5-1-1 in conference. In third place, same record as Santiago Canyon, 5-1-1 in conference, but they lost their head-to-head matchup with Santiago Canyon. So technically in third place with the same identical records. Defensive struggle in the first half. 1 shot on goal by both teams. Amazing save by Sofia Lopez on a header by Chloe Green. And then on a free kick set piece, Dublin Sinnott made a nice save on Ashlyn Faubert's attempt right at the end of the first half in stoppage time. And it's 0-0 in a key matchup here on a warm day. Temperature still about 85 degrees. Air temperature down on the synthetic turf on the pitch here at College Drive East, Saddleback Stadium. Probably a good 10 to 15 degrees hotter. We will have a hydration break about halfway through the half as we did in the first half. So it's 0-0, and it's really no surprise because both these teams are outstanding defensively. Saddleback has only allowed 5 goals on the season in 13 games. Saddleback 12-0-1, and that's a .38 goals against average. Cypress has allowed 10 goals in 14 games, a .69 goals against average. 2 outstanding goaltenders in Sofia Lopez for Cypress, 6 shutouts on the season. Dublin Sinnott, the primary goaltender for Saddleback, although Coach B.J. McNichol plays a lot of goalkeepers. Dublin has also got multiple shutouts, and she's back in goal for the second half, as is Lopez, and we're underway here in the second minute of the second half. As I mentioned in the first half, community college soccer, it's a countdown clock where we will be starting at 45, going down to 2 minutes on the scoreboard, stoppage on the scoreboard clock, time kept on the field by referee Estrada for the final 2 minutes of regulation in each half, plus any additional stoppage time. And we'll do our best to try and see the signal to the benches when he sets his watch for stoppage time, but we're never quite sure. But that's the way they do it here in community college. Also unlimited free substitution and re-entry. And on a hot day like this in Mission Viejo, likely to see a lot of players for both sides as both teams try to get something going offensively. Foul called on the Bobcats. Maisie Kasberg out of Missoula, Montana, Big Sky High School. A little confused about why she got whistled there, but foul it was, and the Chargers will kick it away to get into the Saddleback end as we're a couple minutes into the second half in this 0-0 game. Huge game in the Orange Empire Conference, and for Southern California potential seeding purposes come the regionals in the 3C2A state playoffs, which will start in November. Still a lot of games left to play. This is the start of the second round of conference play. Saddleback, this is only their 4th home game. As I mentioned earlier, first of 4 consecutive home games for the Bobcats. Try and get things evened up on their home and away ledger. They are, of course, unbeaten here at home. Cypress is 6-0-1 on the road. So a formidable team when they're in the away white as they are today. Second half, Cypress in the white going left to right, as you see it on the camera. Saddleback in the home Cardinal in gold going right to left. If you're interested, left to right is north to south here at Saddleback Stadium, and right to left is south to north. I'm clever that way. All right, here come the Chargers across midfield. Good passing there, nice interior movement. Nice run down the side. I believe that's Alcantara. Again, no numbers on the front side of the Cypress jerseys, so I can't always tell you for sure, but I believe that was Megan Alcantara. on the run. Saddleback tries to get in. There's a foul there. Alexa Livingstone will get a free kick set up for the Bobcats as Cypress tries to get back defensively. Saddleback moving quickly. Emery Simas, the freshman out of San Juan Hills, drills one towards the 80. She gets a goal! Amazing shot around the wall. Emery Simas, Saddleback with the free kick from 20 yards outside the top of the penalty box, beats Sofia Lopez to the far post. Score! Saddleback takes a 1-0 lead. Emery Simas, freshman midfielder, got her foot into that one solidly around the Cypress wall. 5th minute of the second half, 50th minute overall. Saddleback in the 50th minute, 1-0, leading Cypress. And Morales has something she wants to say about that. The leading scorer for Cypress, second leading scorer in the Orange Empire Conference behind Saddleback's Chloe Green. Sends one through the penalty area. Cypress on the left-hand side trying to find the equalizer immediately. Beautiful shot by Emery Simas. They're setting up for the free kick. She saw a gap around that right side of the Cypress wall, that Cypress back line, and put a beautiful shot. Sofia Lopez, very little she could do. I don't know how well she could even see the shot from around and through all the defenders and Saddleback players in front of her. And Emery Simas made the net cords dance for the score. Saddleback 1, Cypress 0. Here in the 52nd minute, that was Emery's 4th goal of the season. Off of the free kick after the foul on Cypress when Alexa Livingstone was driving down the middle. That kick was from distance, folks. That would have been about, a 40-yard field goal in American football, because the free kick was somewhere right around on the football markings, the American football markings, the 30-yard line. Maybe just a little inside that, but just a solid strike by Emery Simas for the score. And we're at 1-0 as we approach 38 minutes to go here on the countdown clock. Thank you for joining us. This production of Saddleback College's Cinema, Television, and Radio Department. Chief Engineer Matt Brodet, cameraman Skip Rocks. I am Mark Spin. Very excited to be here with you. Got a really good game here. High quality play. It's not been sloppy. That's not why it was 0-0. It was just good defense, limiting two good offensive teams from being able to do what they want to do, as they have for pretty much most of the season against the majority of their other opponents. Cypress came in having outscored in their last 4 games their opponents 24-0, including 9-0 when Abigail Morales had 5 goals against Irvine Valley on Tuesday. Saddleback has outscored opponents in their last 6 games 29-1. Cypress got their 4 consecutive win going in that 24-0. Here's Chloe Green down the left-hand side after they lost 1-0 to San Diego Canyon for their lone conference loss. As I mentioned, they're 5-1-1. The draw with Saddleback September 26th. The loss to San Diego Canyon, 5 other victories through the first round. So after that 1-0, they got their ire up and got their goals on. 24-0 over the last 4 games, 4 straight wins for the Chargers, 6 straight wins for the Bobcats after that 2-2 draw to start conference play last month. There's a free ball. Morales had some room, but the flag is up. The Bobcats will put it back into play in the Chargers' end. Christina Santoyo in the starting lineup for Saddleback here in the second half. See if I can get all of the folks. Chloe Green, aggressive there. Livingstone will chase it down. Good defensive effort by Janae Kaiser, who's been marking Chloe Green well. Centering pass into the box. Maisie Kasberg tried to make something happen with that nice effort. Alexa Livingstone with the cross. Kasberg couldn't quite get there. As we mentioned in the first half, everywhere Chloe Green, number 9 for Saddleback, goes, the leading goal scorer in the Orange Empire Conference and one of the top scorers in the state, there are multiple Cypress players in her vicinity, and they're doing a nice job keeping Chloe from getting opportunities. She had one brilliant header that Sofia Lopez made an even more brilliant save on in the first half. And there hasn't been much else offensively for either team. There's a nice pass from Santoyo up to Kasberg. She does nice footwork, lofts a shot high and wide. Christina Santoyo has shown she's an excellent dribbler, ball handler, great footwork. Made a nice, perfect touch pass there to Maisie Kasberg, who had just a little bit too much weight on that shot. Emery Simas kept it in for Saddleback. Sophia Drake, number 30. Excuse me, that was Summer Hackett over there, number 23 for the Bobcats, who pushed that back into the Cypress end. Another goal kick coming up for the Chargers. Which will be handled again, it looks like, by Celine Gehrig, the sophomore out of Redondo Union High School. I believe that was, is that where Paul Westfall, the basketball player, or did he go to aviation? He might have gone to aviation. Left-hand side run, fights through it, went into touch, so it'll be a Bobcats throw in there along the far sideline in front of the Cypress bench. So Cypress has got Sofia Lopez, of course, in goal, Abigail Morales, Megan Alcantara, I believe Sylvia Quintero is in at midfield, number 17 for the Chargers. Itzel Ramirez, number 10. There's Sophia Drake, number 30. Now that's a nice play by Morales, takes it away from Drake, breaks around her, gonna get a shot off, and does. Nice effort by Abigail Morales. Sophia Drake recovered well to keep a direct line towards Dublin Sinnott, and Dublin positioned herself well. Sinnott makes the save, so a shot on goal again, but no harm done. Santoyo challenging Alcantara. Samantha Armenta, number 22. Trinity Willis, 21 for Cypress. As I mentioned, Janae Kaiser, number 25, doing a nice job marking on Chloe Green, along with the rest of the Cypress defense. Gehrig will take the free kick. Caricia Regoza, number 12, in there Ooh, the ball just went over Carissa Regoza. Didn't see it coming into the box. That could have been dangerous for Saddleback. But it gets to Sinnott without any Cypress player being able to put a boot or a forehead on it. Regoza gets it upfield. Centering attempt there, headed for Quintero. Christina Santoyo will knock it out of bounds. Cypress with the throw-in at midfield. Trinity Willis on the near sideline here. Alexis Wright defending over there on the throw-in. Melissa Sims, number 15. Emery Simus, who had the extraordinary free kick goal. Alexa Livingstone, number 7, is out there for the Bobcats. Most of the starters, Christina Santoyo is on here to start the second half. She did not start the game, but she's in there now. Casberg, number 16. There's Chloe Green. Puts one out. Casberg trying to chase it down. Kaiser's got it. She sends it off to Regoza. Regoza with a little bit of room in the middle of the field. Nice run over there to Morales, just out of Abigail Morales' reach as she was cutting towards the goal. Good thought there by Carissa Regoza, a sophomore from Warren High School, trying to find her fellow Warren High School alum, Abigail Morales, both of them sophomores. Warren High School, of course, in the Downey area. 29 minutes now, 1-0 Saddleback. 29 minutes on the countdown clock here in the second half. Which means we're in the 62nd minute. Garrick sends it back over. Armenta, little touch pass there. Good footwork by Chloe Green, but a solid job defensively by Jennifer Artiega. Sends it back towards the Saddleback end of the field. There's a nice little over-the-shoulder kind of a bicycle pass. Nice thought by Chloe Campagne, but couldn't get it through to Chloe Green, making the run on the other side as Cypress defended that well. Free kick coming up here for the Bobcats. And here comes Emma Radzai. She's got room in the middle. Tried to get it there to Chloe Campagne at the top of the arc. They've got Campagne and Chloe Green both stationed right there around the top of the arc at the top of the penalty box. Alexa Livingstone, good move there. Gets around one defender, now gets around a second. Sends a lofted pass into the box. Headed attempt by Chloe Green. She can't quite get it. A little chip shot follow-up by Radzai goes over the top of the goal into touch. We'll see what the call is down on the pitch. I believe that may set us up for our first corner kick of the game. There were no corner kicks by either team in the first half. This will be the first corner kick of the game. Christina Santoyo will take it for the Bobcats. Good pressure there. Santoyo sends it into the box on the far side. In the middle, Sophia Drake tried to get up and knock it in. And I think she got a shoulder, face full of somebody's shoulder there for her efforts. And Cypress comes away with it. Clean play, just aggressive. No free lunch in the 6-yard box. You're not going to get those off very easily in the crowd of defenders. And Cypress did a nice job. Janae Kaiser throws it in. They send it down the field on a run for Morales, but Saddleback is there. Alyssa Sim heads it back up the field in the right place at the right time. Summer Hackett sends it towards the middle of the field to Green, knocked away by Cypress, and the Chargers are coming the other way. Alcantara Brianna Cortez, number 7, back in the game for Cypress. In the middle of the action there. She's got it right now. Nice job by Sophia Drake to poke it away. Trinity Willis will send it back in, and they'll set it up again with Janae Kaiser at a Liberty Grace Academy. Cortez, Sophia Drake marking her. Long lead pass, trying to get things going for Abigail Morales, and why not? I mean, she is the second leading scorer in the conference, but has had limited opportunities today just because it's been a stout defensive effort by Saddleback as well as Cypress, because Chloe Green also not really able to get on track because of the marking and defensive pressure and convergence each time Green gets into her top of the arc positioning that she's done so well with this year en route to 20 goals to lead the Orange Empire Conference. We're under 25 on the countdown clock here in the second half. 25 minutes, less than that now here on the countdown clock. 1-0 Saddleback on the free kick goal. Beautiful set piece goal off the free kick around the end of the line by Emery Simas. Saddleback 1, Cypress 0. That was in the 49th minute that Emery got that goal off. There's a nice little lead pass up ahead to Chloe Green. Sophia Lopez came up off the line, knocks it out of bounds. Nice little give and go there. Chloe Green, good defense by Cypress. There was another defender there, and Lopez came wisely off the line as well. I believe that was Celine Gehrig. Made a little bit of a slide to keep Chloe Green from having a free run. Bobcats have the throw in with Alyssa Sims right there near the top of the box. She gets it into the middle. It's headed around. Still in the penalty area. Nice job there. Fighting for the ball was Simas. Alyssa Sims will do it over with the throw-in. Good aggressive move by Emery Simas trying to get to that ball. Another throw into the box. It gets through a bunch of people. Might be an own goal if they're not careful, and Cypress just gets it out of there. Good recovery defensively as that one was headed back towards the net cords, the wrong direction for the Chargers, but they recover well and clear it out of there. Saddleback keeping the pressure on here in the second half. Approaching 22 minutes, and we'll go to the hydration break right at the halfway point of the first half. 22 and a half to go. And Saddleback leads 1-0 on the goal in the 49th minute on the free kick from about 35 yards, I would say, total distance around Cypress's wall, around the right end of it, and just curled it beautifully into the right-hand side. The diving Sophia Lopez, I don't think she had good vision on it to begin with, and there wasn't really much she could do because the ball was so well struck and so perfectly placed by Simas for her 4th goal of the season to give Saddleback the 1-0 lead here. So during the hydration break, I can tell you right now, Saddleback has 10 shots, Cypress has 3, 4 Saddleback shots on goal, 2 for the Chargers. A couple of saves each for Sophia Lopez and Dublin Sinnott. Saddleback with the 1 corner kick, only 1 corner kick in the game. Fouls are about even, 6 on Cypress, 7 on Saddleback. No yellow cards, no red cards. It's been an excellent soccer match here at College Drive East. College Drive East, Saddleback Stadium. I say it all the time, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous facility. World-class track and field setup. Beautiful facility for soccer matches, American football, all sorts of special events. 3 years old now. Throw in here, hydration break over. Bobcats get it back into play. And that's going to go into touch for a goal kick for the Chargers. And again, it'll be Gehrig likely to take the kick in place of Sofia Lopez. Lets her teammate Celine Gehrig boot it. And you can see why, because she's got a good leg to get that out to midfield on the line, but unfortunately it comes right back into the Cypress end if you're a Chargers fan, but they do a good job of clearing it and sending Saddleback the other way. Alexis Wright, nicely challenged there. Good pressure up the field by Cypress. There's a little bit of room. Avalon Voluski is in the game, number 21 for Saddleback. Sophomore midfielder out of Aliso Niguel High School. She just got her first touch a moment ago. Alcantara gets it up, down in. Jennifer Ardiega tried to get it to the left side of the top of the box, intercepted there by the Bobcats and sent back towards midfield. Cypress will keep it into the Saddleback end. It's Faubert, number 28 for Cypress, along the sideline. Regoza, double team there. Saddleback takes it away. Chloe Campagne gets it up to Chloe Green. Hard shot from outside of the box. Chloe got that off, but Sofia Lopez was more than ready. Easily corralled that one in for the save. Still 1-0 Saddleback. Long shot by Chloe Green, looking for number 21 on the season. To no avail. Summer Hackett challenging down the left side with Morales. The Chargers will have a throw-in deeper into the Saddleback end as we're under 20 minutes to go on the countdown clock. In the 71st minute overall, Cypress looking for the equalizer. They trail 1-0. Morales goes down towards the end line, marked by Hackett. Nice cross all the way over, but Dublin Senate was ready for that. I'm not sure if Morales was trying to fool and put the shot on goal or trying to get the cross on the far side to Cortez. Was that Melanie Hernandez? Melanie Hernandez, number 18, was over there. But Senate reeled it in regardless. And the Bobcats will have a throw-in the Cypress end now, moving the ball down the field. So it's 1-0 Saddleback, about 18 and a half to go on the countdown clock. Emery Simus in the 49th minute. Beautiful blast, right-footed on the free kick from 35 yards out. The only score of the game in this critical Orange Empire Conference match. Saddleback 6-0-1 in conference. Cypress 5-1-1. The teams played to a 2-2 draw back on September 26th in the opening game of conference play. Down into the corner, Cypress trying to chase it down, but they won't be able to get to it. Megan Alcantara, good speed, but just a little bit too far out in front of her, too much weight on that pass. Plenty of time for the Chargers. They've had some opportunities, good sets, and just solid defense by Saddleback to keep them from being golden opportunities. Sophia Drake will handle the goal kick. She sends it out near midfield. Isabel Whitaker will chase it down there, and Isabel's up the right-hand side. Whitaker tries to get to Chloe Green. Chloe's fighting. She's trying to get through two defenders. The ball's still free. Now there's a whistle that comes in. 3 players down. We'll see who the referee Estrada. See if I get the binoculars on. So Sophia Lopez, the goalkeeper, a little slow getting up. Chloe Green was a little slow getting up. Lopez is up now, and there's one Chargers player still down on the turf. With the crowd around her, I've got the binoculars, but I can't quite make out the number yet, but there's a break in the action while they tend to her. Chloe Green tried to get through a defender and Sophia Lopez, the goalkeeper, who would come all the way out to the top of the penalty area. Chloe Green couldn't quite get control of the ball. And I believe the foul was called on Chloe Green. So Cypress will kick it away. That was Trinity Willis, the defender, shaken up there for Cypress, but moving off under her own power. Freshman out of California High School in Whittier. And the Chargers kick it away as we're back into action. Saddleback sends it back across midfield into the Cypress end. Nice little looping lead pass. Isabel Whitaker trying to run it down. She can't get there. Nice job defensively by Celine Gehrig. Another foul on the Bobcats. Kayla Perez came on for Trinity Willis after Trinity Willis was shaken up. Santoyo puts it up to front, down the left sideline to Green. Green trying to beat Gehrig to the ball down the left sideline, but Celine Gehrig says, nope, not going to do that. Green gets it back to Santoyo, who sends a nice ball into the box. Lopez comes off the line, can't corral it. It's popped up into the air and over the top of the crossbar. Had an open look at the net for a brief second there on a nice looping pass in from Christina Santoyo. That was Emma Radzai trying to just kind of one-time that out of the air because Lopez was out of position, trying to come in and grab that one out of the air and couldn't get it. But the shot went up and over the top of the crossbar. It remains 1-0 Saddleback as we're under 15 minutes to go on the countdown clock. Saddleback 1, Cypress 0. Cypress in their visiting white, left to right on a throw-in here, looking for the equalizer. A little bit of shade has crept over onto the near side, but the rest of the pitch has been in that warm Mission Viejo sunlight. As I mentioned, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, much warmer than that down on the turf. There's a yellow card. I think they got Emma Radzai. Let me see who they're going to call that on. No, actually, I believe it's on Alcantara. Yeah, we're going the other way with it. Referee Estrada, I believe the yellow card was given to Megan Alcantara. Sophia Drake heads it. Christina Santoyo along the left side. Alexis Wright, a little bad exchange there for Saddleback, goes into touch, and Cypress has got the throw in. Trying to advance it into the Saddleback end. Maggie Salmons is on for Cypress, number 14. Garrick's been out there the entire game. Nice move right there by Alcantara. She sends it up the field. Pretty play by Megan Alcantara to get it into the Saddleback end. Itzel Ramirez. Casberg challenged her on the side, but Ramirez has got it. Now she's got room down the left-hand side. Nice lead pass into the box. Dylan Sinnott can't control it. It's loose. It's over here on the near side. Left-footed attempt. Diving save by Sinnott. Still, ball is still loose over there. Saddleback scrambling, trying to keep it out of the net. Jennifer Artiega with a beautiful left-footed shot, number 8 for Cypress. Dublin Sinnott got a hand on it. I think that was going to get in on the far post if Dublin hadn't have made the touch to knock that away. And then it rattled around in the penalty area for a couple more chances for Cypress, who are looking for that equalizer. Not making it easy for the Bobcats. Shaughnessy Hannigan, number 19, is on for Saddleback. Fresh legs. Long, hard game on a hot day. Hannigan trying to slow down Alcantara. Alcantara wants to get between defenders. There's a handball there. Saddleback will kick it away. Sophia Drake with a nice job closing off the middle for Saddleback. 11.5 to go. Saddleback 1, Cypress 0. Chloe Green, Isabel Whitaker tried to get over to Santoyo on the left-hand side, couldn't get enough on it, and then Isabel runs into a Chargers player, pick up a foul there. Kayla Perez, number 20. Don't have clarification on the yellow card. It may have been called on the Cypress bench. So yeah, the shot by Jennifer Artiega, I mean, it hit the post. I mean, it was Dublin. Sinnott got just enough from what I could see from my vantage point to tick it a little bit wide, so it hit the post and rebounded back into the 6-yard box. And then Saddleback's defense was able, after scrambling a little bit, to keep Cypress from getting another good opportunity. But it was a beautiful left-footed blast by Artiega. Kayla Perez. Another foul on the Bobcats. Quickly put back into play by Gehrig. Maggie Salmons. Raygoza with room in the middle. Raygoza still with it. A little chip pass over there. Can't quite get enough on it. Had some room. Jasmine Martinez, number 33, but it just couldn't get squared up to get anything towards the goal after the nice run by Raygoza, with a nice ball handling by Raygoza to set up a possible opportunity for the Chargers. We're under 10 minutes now, and it's 1-0 Saddleback still, but Cypress is pressing. Free kick here for the Chargers. Celine Gehrig checks with referee Estrada about the placement. Six or seven Chargers on the left-hand side. Gehrig's kick to the left goes well wide of the far post, and it'll be a goal kick for Saddleback, surviving a push there. There have been multiple pushes by Cypress here in the last few minutes. Saddleback looking to hold on to that 1-0 lead. Cypress looking for the equalizer. These two teams played to that 2-2 draw back on September 26th at Cypress. Sophia Drake will boot it out. Doesn't quite get to midfield. Saddleback had some number. There's a little chip pass up to the middle of the field. There was some room on the sideline if the Bobcats could have gotten it to the right-hand side. But Cypress was well positioned. Maisie Kasberg was over there with some room on the right. But the ball went middle. Alcantara between defenders, a little give and go, nicely done. But once again, Saddleback chips it out of there. Sophia Drake well positioned. And we had a foul on Cypress. Under 8 now. 7:55 and counting. 1-0. Saddleback leads. Emery Simus in the 49th minute on the free kick. Drake sends it into the Cypress end. Salmon's headed it back towards Saddleback, but the ball ends up down along the Cypress bench. Kasberg's there. Makes a nice pass into Chloe Green. She left foots it over to Santoyo. Does a little drop off to Kasberg. Saddleback tried to do a little quick one-touch passing, but Cypress was well positioned to keep them from getting inside the penalty area. Now the Bobcats send it back into the Cypress end. Santoyo, she's got Alexis Wright, puts a nice ball into Chloe Green, but it just gets over Chloe's head. Good thought there by Alexis Wright. But Sofia Lopez came off the line, gobbled that up before it could get away, and Chloe Green could chase it down in the corner of the penalty area. Summer Hackett doing a nice job marking over there, but good job by Cypress. Morales still with it. Had a chance right there. No foul called. Abigail Morales with a strong turn in the box. But good, solid defense by Summer Hackett prevented Morales from getting a solid strike. And Dublin Sinnott was able to gobble that up. And we're approaching 6 minutes. Christina Santoyo on the near sideline turns, showing off her dribbling skills, which are outstanding. It's poked away from her there just as I say that, but it goes off over to Simus, and she sends it down into the penalty area where Sofia Lopez comes up, saving time, and Lopez will kick it away. Shaughnessy Hannigan there. Oh, just kind of almost got away from the Chargers a little bit. Ball comes in from the Cypress sideline to save the run back behind the end line. Substitutions again coming on. B.J. McNichol sending in more fresh legs for Saddleback. Abby Grabowski comes back in. And I believe that was Chloe Campagne who came back in as well. As we approach 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Chloe Green with it. Looking for something to do. Now she's got some good footwork, but Cypress just says you're not going to get anything free here today. And Caricia Regoza takes it away and sends it up the left side, but there's Summer Hackett to send it back into the Cypress end. Grabowski. Campagne trying to chase it down over there. Cypress wins that ball, and there's Morales with it near midfield. As well as, well, there's a run. Nice run on the left side. Alcantara, long shot, strong up over the top of the post. Megan Alcantara with a blast from just inside the top of the penalty area. Good strike, but too strong. And with 4 minutes to go, it's a goal kick for the Bobcats. Saddleback leads 1-0. I was going to say, as well as we got a Saddleback player shaking up at midfield. I believe that's Chloe Green, number 9, who's down for the Bobcats. as much as and as well as Cypress have marked Chloe Green and kept her from, well, adding to her 20 goals that lead the Orange Empire Conference today. Outstanding job defensively back there. Celine Gehrig and friends done a strong job there. Saddleback has done a nice job on Abigail Morales as well. Summer Hackett marking her aggressively to prevent Abigail from getting too many quality looks and opportunities. So this solid defensive team is, as I mentioned, Saddleback with the 0.38 goals against average, Cypress with the 0.69 goals against average, and those defenses are showing here. Chloe's looks like she's favoring her right leg a little bit as she's helped off by the training staff. And we'll hope that she's okay. Hopefully just banged knees or something like that with an ice pack, because she, as I mentioned, the leading scorer in the Orange Empire Conference. And Saddleback will hope that all is well with Chloe Green. But she'll come out of the game here, and we're under 3.5 to play. There'll be some stoppage time for sure this half. As I mentioned, the clock will stop with 2 minutes on the scoreboard, time kept on the field by referee Estrada for the remainder of regulation, plus whatever stoppage time, and I will keep my binoculars on referee Estrada to see if I can get that number. I would think it would be at least 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time, because we've had a couple of injuries here in the second half where play was stopped. Santoyo along left side up to Grabowski. Abby Grabowski tries to left foot it into the penalty area, but it's knocked away. Nice job defensively by Samantha Armenta, number 22 for Cypress, who just want to get the ball turned around and get to the Saddleback end. Alexis Wright into Santoyo in the corner. Christina killing time as best she can. She's right there next to the flag. Good job defensively by Cypress to get it away. Alcantara makes a beautiful move in midfield, 2 in a row. Now she puts the ball out there to Morales on the left side, and Abigail Morales runs it down, but it kind of goes into touch. Who are they going to say that's off? I believe that's going to be a throw-in for Cypress. And the ball's back into play immediately. Replacement ball came off. Cypress will have another throw in, and the clock has stopped. So we're approaching the end of regulation, and we'll try and keep an eye on referee Estrada. Crossing pass into the box is knocked away by the Bobcats. Headed into the box again. Alyssa Sims will send a high fly ball into short center field, just at the midfield line. Headed back in by Grabowski into the Cypress end. Cypress will have to reset an attack. Nice pass there, up ahead to Grabowski. She can't quite chase it down. Now she does. No foul given there. That might have been, Abby Grabowski might have gotten away with one there. She tried to center it to Isabel Whitaker, but once again, Armento was there to save it. Here comes Alcantara showing her speed and ball handling. Again on that left wing to Morales. Summer Hackett out to challenge her. Harmlessly into the box, nobody home for Cypress. And a little stoppage there. Looking to see what he says. Referee Estrada. We're probably just approaching the very end of the 2 minutes of regulation. But again, we just don't know for sure. I'll do my best to try and keep an eye on Estrada if he gives a signal with his hands to the benches on how many minutes of stoppage time. As I said, it should be a few. Headed around in the Cypress end. Now poked towards the box. It gets away a little bit from Saddleback. Cypress can't capitalize. Jennifer Ardiega tries to chase it down there. Chloe Campagne sends it into the Cypress end, a throw in for the Chargers. Referee Estrada is checking his watch frequently, so I believe we are into the stoppage time that he has assigned. Just don't know what that is, but there's still some football to be played here with Saddleback trying to hang on to this 1-0 lead and get the victory to open up a bigger cushion. They own a head-to-head victory against Santiago Canyon from just the other day when they beat Santiago Canyon 6-1. Santiago Canyon was also 5-1-1 like Cypress and beat Cypress for the Chargers' lone defeat. And there's a free ball that kind of got through the Saddleback defense, but Dublin Sinnott was alert and came up and grabbed it. Not sure if the Bobcats thought there was another defender behind Alyssa Sims, but the ball went through. And there's our final whistle. BJ McNichol pumps his fist. The Saddleback coaching staff and players breathe a sigh of relief. Well played game. 1-0 your final here at Saddleback Stadium. Bobcats defeat the Chargers at College Park East in a very, very well played, exciting game. Good opportunities by both sides in the second half. Good offensive pressure by Cypress trying to get things done to get the equalizer, but Saddleback's defense up to the task. And the goal by Emery Simus in the 49th minute, your only goal of the game, and all Saddleback needed to take the 1-0 victory. The Bobcats go to 7-0-1 in conference, 13-0-1 overall, the number one ranked nationally and in the state. Saddleback Bobcats remain undefeated. Cypress will drop to 5-2-1 in conference and 10-3-2 overall. This was the first of 4 consecutive home games for Saddleback, who will play again on Tuesday in a live stream game we'll have for you here at 3 p.m. against Santa Ana, hosting the Dons here at Saddleback College on Tuesday the 24th. Then they're home on Friday the 27th and Halloween Tuesday the 31st. So 4 consecutive home games for the Saddleback Bobcats as they get a hard-fought 1-0 victory. The only concern for Saddleback may be the severity of what the injury may have been to Chloe Green in the last 5 minutes of the game. She had to come off the field assisted. She's on the training table now, not able to go out there and shake hands, but we'll see if, we'll have to wait and see. Now she's getting up, but who knows? I'm not going to speculate, but that is a concern for Saddleback because she is the top goal scorer in the Orange Empire Conference, and we'll wait and see how she goes day to day. But her teammates, everybody else, the goal by Simus in the 49th minute, all that they needed, 1-0, the shutout for Dublin Sinnott and the Saddleback defense. That is our final score. Thank you for watching. I am Mark Spinn. We will talk to you again on Tuesday at 3 p.m. when the Bobcats host Santa Ana. Thanks so much for watching.